Weight loss is hard enough already. And who's got time to be doing all this damn cooking? I got a job. Maybe you got classes. So today, I got a shitload of beans. I got some chicken. On the conquest to lean down today, I'll be making a crock pot, high protein, low calorie chili that you can eat all alone or put with anything else that you're gonna be enjoying. These are all the ingredients. I'm gonna break them down. My whole goal is to make this as stupidly simple as humanly possible, as hands off as humanly possible. We're gonna be blending. We're not even gonna be really chopping. The only thing that is gonna be chopped here is gonna be this onion. And if you really wanted to, you could probably blend it. So do with that information what you will. Stupid simple, low calorie, high protein, chili. Over 40 grams of protein in each bowl. This should make 10 servings. Let's get after it. It's time to shred down. May the shred continue, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what you're gonna need. Lean ground chicken. This is 92% lean. For your base, cannalini beans. To go alongside it, more cannalini beans, or known as white kidney beans. Pinto beans, tomato paste, chicken stock to help flavor up our chicken, an onion, and some mini tomatoes. And then, to help us sneak in our protein, the delicious, the ever-prevalent, fat-free cottage cheese. And last but not least, some shelled edamame. Completely optional. If you don't want this, skip it. Don't put that in there. But I want to maximize my protein, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, so grab your crock pot. If you got liners, cleanup is a lot easier with those. So grab one if you have one. If not, oh well, you'll be all right. Grab your chicken. If you can't find anything that's this lean, that 92% or more, you can always go with turkey first off. Or I'm no scientist, but I know this works. You can actually make this in a pan. And that'll, like, you know, of course, cook out some of the fat, and then you could, you know, dump the fat afterwards, and that'll reduce it by how much? I don't know. I'm no scientist, but it'll help. So, pro tip, I guess, or whatever. All right, grab your chicken into the crock pot. Make sure you don't drop the little liner things in there. That'd be nasty. Next one. Pop it on in there. Liner, make sure it's not in there. That'd be gross. If you want to get fancy schmancy with it, I don't blame you. Go ahead, you know, do it up. What could help increase the flavor is letting this brown inside of a pan. I'm gonna be lazy as today. I mean lazy as, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna toss it in here. So not ground up yet. I'm gonna grab one of these. You can use a fork, whatever the hell you want. I'm just gonna beat this up real quick, kind of get it a little ground, as the name says. All right, I'm gonna leave that in there for right now. Next up, we got your beans. Crack those babies on open. Boop. How come the lips of cans are always so, like, down here? How come they can't make them easy to open? And you always get scared you're gonna cut yourself on the can. Guess where these are gonna go? That's right, in the crock pot. I'm gonna throw the juice in there. Whatever. I might not do it for all of them, but at least that one. Do it again! In the crock pot. 2 whole cans of beans, that's a lot of beans. Don't put them in there. You don't gotta do 2 cans of beans. It's gonna change the macros, but if that's too many beans, don't do it. Guess what? More beans! Pinto this time. Guess where these are gonna go? In the crock pot. That's right! I'm gonna drain these bad boys. Count it with me. 1, 2, 3 cans of beans in the crock pot. Tomato paste in the crock pot. Not the whole can. Not the whole can. Only half the can. Whoa, she thick. I always thought tomato paste was a little more pasty, not puddingy. My mistake. Half. This is a 12-ounce can, so we're only using 6 ounces. I'm gonna eyeball it. I really am, because it's not that serious. There's some of it. There's another bit of it. And there's some more of it. We'll go a touch more. All right. I'm no mathematician, but that looks like about half to me. You wanna measure it out? Go ahead. I won't stop it. Oh! Everything's okay. Next up, secret protein, edamame. The whole bag, which comes out to 12 ounces or 340 grams. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, bro, that's a lot of beans! I agree, it is a lot of beans. That's why we got so much carbs and fiber in here. The amount of fiber that's got to be in here has it got to be grotesque. All right, let's give this a little mix in, eh? Get everything nice and incorporated, eh? What do you say, eh? I might need a spoon. Good thing I got one right here. Give it some mixing. Mix it on up. That's the stuff. Set that aside. Next, the blender. I got 3 tomatoes. I weighed these beforehand. How much was it? I wrote it down. 304 grams of tomatoes. Do you need to use exactly 304 grams of tomatoes? That's a great question. Only if you want the exact same macros as I have here. Otherwise, you can just write down what you put in yours and figure out the macros. Speaking of figuring out macros, today's sponsor, I'm just kidding, I don't have a sponsor. I use Macro Factor, however, and it does help me punch in each of these ingredients and figure out exactly what I'm putting into my body to help me lean down, lose 30 pounds so far this year. And it's only going to continue because the shred don't stop until I win, baby. Tomatoes in the blender. Might chop them in half real quick. I'm listening to Flume, by the way, if anybody's interested. Love Flume. It's good stuff. Great vibes. Alright, and then on top of that, you're gonna add your cottage cheese. I know what you're thinking. Cottage cheese, gross! It's really not that bad, first off. Secondly, if you blend it up, it just becomes a queso, essentially. A high-protein queso at that. I mean, there's 6 servings in here. Each serving has 13 grams of protein. 6 times 13 is numbers. 78, I believe. Fact check me. 78. That's pretty good. We're going to use the entire freaking thing in this recipe. But you're just going to spoon feed it on in here. It's going to go real nice. Real nice. And then, for the sake of helping this kind of develop a little bit, you're going to pour some of your chicken stock in here just to help loosen things on up. And yes, we're going to be using the whole thing of chicken stock as well. You might need a pretty big crock pot. I don't know if that's going to be big enough. Blend. Dude, it looks like a strawberry shake, doesn't it? Tell me that doesn't look like a strawberry shake. Should I try it? Dare me to try it? Oh! That's really not that bad. It's no strawberry shake. I'll tell you that much. But see how this is nice and oopity goopity? Here, hold on, let me turn this down just a smidgen. See how this is? See how this is? See how this is nice and oopity goopity? That's what you want. It'll help give you a nice thick consistency in here for your chili. Because then, you know, if you think that's too thick, you're going to be adding chicken stock, so you're going to have a nice medium between the two. Alright, then we'll give this another mixin'. Get everything nice and incorporated on in here. And then you'll pour your chicken stock on in here. Get it nice and incorporated as well. And then you have a pretty nice base of what your chili could be started on. For seasoning, I keep it pretty simple. I'd go salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. The holy cinco, if you will, of cooking, in my opinion. I am a chef, certified. Alright, let me season this, and then all you're gonna do, put this baby on low. Don't forget your onion! I almost did. Sorry, honey. Now, you don't have to chop the whole thing if you don't want to. Oh, how much onion am I using? Oh, don't worry, I weighed it out. 364 grams! Now, if you didn't want to have to chop this all up yourself, I think what you could do is just partially chop it up, kind of like the tomatoes, and then toss it in the blender, and the blender will do the rest for you. I'm just working on my chopping skills, so I'm gonna chop it myself. Check this out. If you almost slice all the way through and then stop right beforehand, you can chop down afterwards, and then you get all your little slices done there for you. Freaking amazing. I watch enough cooking that I understand at least that. See, this is what it looks like when you blend just the curds with a touch of the chicken stock. Does that not look like queso? I mean, come on. That's queso if I ever done seen queso. Now we're gonna season this baby on up. How much? I don't know. What do you mean you're not a culinary savant? Neither am I. Salt, pepper, garlic powder. I go hefty with my garlic powder. I don't know about y'all. Onion powder. Just a touch because we already have some onion in there. But I always feel like it adds. Oh, there's a lot. Did you see that? That's all we're gonna do. That was too much. Paprika. This is Spanish style. You don't gotta use Spanish style. Honestly, I'd rather use smoked, but for some reason we don't have any smoked. You want measurements like legit? Ask ChatGPT or something. Otherwise, just go for it. And oregano to finish it off. Give her a little mixeroonie. All right, and that's it. That's it. You put this baby on low for 6 hours. Might take 8 hours. If that's too long and you gotta be back and you gotta eat prior to that, you can turn it up to high. It might change the like texture of all the beanies in there, but if you do it low, they should become nice and soft. I would just test them with a fork once you're ready to chow down and see if they're soft enough. If not, give them a little extra time. But 6 hours at the minimum, 8 hours at the most, I gotta say, and you're good to go. That's it. That's it. That was stupid simple. Let's go. You gotta feed those gains, baby. Let's get after it. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Once this baby's all done, I'm gonna go work out. Bing! And our chili is good to go. This is 500 grams. You could see more than halfway full bowl of chili. Taste test first. Then we'll get into the nitty gritty. It smells good. It smells like a hearty, classic bowl of chili. Oh, yeah. Just that classic home style, you know, almost like makes me wish it was winter because it's so, you know, inviting and homey. For this 500 gram bowl right here, this fella. So you get a 500 gram bowl of this, 400 calories on the dot, 42 grams of protein, and I think it's 31 grams of carbs, something like that. Well, again, I'll put it all right here so you know exactly what you're looking for. But in a 500 gram bowl like this is a pretty hearty bowl, you know, I'm gonna enjoy myself. But the yield that you're gonna get out of that crock pot, you're gonna have more than 10 of these. Great big piece of the ground chicken right there. There's the onions and the beans, edamame, all just nicely mixed in there. Like I said, this is one of the easiest ones I've ever done. You either blending it or just tossing it on in and then crock pot, done. Easiest recipe I've probably done on this channel so far, and I'm hoping I can think of more that are this simple, this straightforward, this easy, because we don't got time for all this. We got work, we got classes, whatever it might be. I don't want you to have to worry about it, and I want you to still be able to reach all your goals, you know, get jacked, get lean, whatever it might be. That's all I got, guys. I'm gonna enjoy this. You have yourself a great rest of your evening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Look better, feel better, be better. Let's go. I don't have the crock pot out yet, but it would be right there if I did. I'm gonna get it out. Restart. Here we go. Whoa! Oh shit, that was scary. Weight loss is hard enough already, and who's got time for all this damn cooking? I got a job. I hope you do too. Here's what you're gonna need. Lean ground chicken. This is 30 or if you want muy spicy, you add muy of this. If you want muy spicy, add muy of this. Add more of this.